Oh, you're close with the boss? I am too. My dad started this company 20 years ago and gave me a job as a technical editor 2 years back. I don't tell coworkers who my dad is because people either get fake nice or assume I don't deserve to be there. Easier to keep quiet and do my work. Last December was my first company holiday party. I almost skipped it, but my dad asked that morning if I was coming, and I could tell it mattered to him. I showed up when the bar opened, an hour before dinner. I figured I'd grab a drink and hide in a corner until I could leave. The bar was already packed with people who'd been pre-gaming. I ordered a beer, and this guy next to me goes, "You probably know who I am already, but I'm Holden. I run the entire logistics department." He said it like he was doing me a favor. I introduced myself and tried to walk away, but he followed me. He started listing every project he'd ever touched and how the company would collapse without him. I nodded along because I'm terrible at ending conversations. While he talked, he spilled his drink on my sleeve. Then he spilled his second drink on my other sleeve and just laughed. He leaned closer and his breath reeked of gin. I'm also super close with the president. We're basically family friends at this point. That got my attention because the president is my dad, and I'd never heard this guy's name once. My dad complains about problem employees at dinner all the time. "Oh, really? You know his family?" I asked. "Oh yeah, his kids are great. We've had dinner together a few times." I knew he was lying right then. My brother and I have never eaten dinner with any of my dad's employees. My dad keeps work and family completely separate, but Holden was drunk, so I didn't call him out. Then he looked past me and said, "I see some actual important people I need to talk to. No offense." He walked away. I stood there smelling like gin with wet sleeves. I was about to leave, but I was so annoyed I decided to stay. This guy spent 30 minutes being condescending, then ditched me like I was nobody. I watched Holden get drunker and louder all night. He kept telling different groups how close he was with my dad. Near the end of the party, my mom texted asking when I was leaving because my brother was picking them up soon. I saw Holden heading toward where my parents stood with some executives. I walked over and stood behind my dad. Holden was telling some story about a project he'd supposedly saved. When he saw me, he gave me this annoyed look like I was trying to kiss ass. My dad turned to grab his coat and saw me. He smiled huge and pulled me into a hug. "There you are. Your brother just texted. He's out front." My mom asked if I had fun, and my dad asked if I needed a ride. I said no. I drove myself. Holden's face went from tan to completely gray. He stared at me like he was trying to figure out if this was real. My dad turned back to Holden. "Sorry, what were you saying about the shipment delays?" Holden mumbled something and said he had to go. He practically ran to the side exit. My dad asked what that was about. I said Holden seemed sick. I didn't want to get the guy fired over something stupid. The next week at work was hilarious. Monday morning, Holden saw me in the hallway and literally turned around. Wednesday, I walked into the break room and he grabbed his lunch out of the microwave while it was still cold and left. This went on for 2 months. He stopped bragging around the office too.